Why is Austin among the fastest growing cities in the United States? Is it because its economy is booming? Or its housing is cheap? What about the cost of living? Well, in this video, I will show you how much it costs to live in Austin and why as many people, who mostly are millennials, are moving to Austin every day. Hi. Welcome to Cost of Living, where I show the amount money required to cover necessary expenses to maintain a certain lifestyle for different countries and cities. Austin is the capital city of the U.S. state of Texas, as well as the seat and largest city of Travis County. With a population of 2,176,000. Austin is currently growing at a rate of 2.79% annually, and its population has increased by 3.13% since the most recent census. As of October 2022, the average annual salary in Austin was $67,387. Just in case you need a simple salary calculator, that works out to be approximately $32.40 an hour. Of course, salaries will vary depending on your occupation, experience, and many other factors. Housing cost. How you feel about the housing market in Austin depends on where you're coming from. If you are moving from New York City and San Francisco, you will find property value refreshingly affordable, while those moving to Austin from smaller cities may find average rent surprisingly expensive. Average rents for Austin apartments have increased compared to last year. A one-bedroom apartment in downtown Austin is up 45% and costs an average of $1,852 per month. Of course, the cost of housing varies pretty dramatically depending on what part of Austin you're in. As of October 2022, the average studio apartment rent per month in Austin was $1,878, for 2 bedrooms was $2,103, and for 3 bedrooms was $2,367. The average rent for 2 bedrooms townhomes per month was $2,356, for 3 bedrooms $2,722, and 4 bedrooms $3,183. And for the condos, the average rent for 2 bedroom was $1,551, for 3 bedrooms was $1,912, and for 4 plus bedrooms $5,483. You can find more about the home prices that fit your budget in forrent.com. Neighborhoods. Some of the most affordable neighborhoods in Austin are Georgian Acres, Harris Ridge, and Windsor Hills, with an average rent of $1,435 per month. Most popular neighborhoods in Austin are East Riverside, Anderson Mill, and Oak Hill with an average rent of $1,699 per month. And most expensive neighborhoods are Clarksville, Tarrytown, West Austin, and downtown Austin with an average rent of $3,325 per month. Process of renting. Here are a few ways to find a house to rent in Austin, Texas. One way is to go to websites that list houses for rent, like forrent.com, Zillow, and Trulia. You could also talk to real estate agents in your area to ask if they know of any houses for rent near you. Once you find the house you want to rent, you will make an offer. And once your offer is approved, you will most likely have to sign a lease, which will outline the terms for your rental agreement. Before signing it, read it thoroughly and make sure that the terms are acceptable to you. Once you sign the lease, you would require to pay up the first month's rent and security deposit. Keep in mind that if you damage the house, you will pay for the repairs or even be evicted. Gas and electric. The electricity cost in Austin varies depending on the time of year and the area. Generally, electric costs are higher in the summertime because of the high demand for power in the summertime. In the fall, electric costs are usually lower because people are using less power and there is less demand for power. Electric costs also vary depending on the size of the home. The bigger the home, the more expensive electric costs will be. On average, electricity bills in Austin typically range from $50 to $200 per month. This cost can vary depending on the area of the city, the type of power supply used, and the hours of the day that the electricity is used. For instance, the average electricity bill for a 2-bedroom apartment is $106.50. Here are some of the Texas energy providers with the lowest electricity rates and offer special discount rates for homes. Reliant Energy, Pulse Power, and Zero Energy. The average prices for natural gas in Austin is $33.69 per 1,000 cubic feet in August 2022. Year over year, the average residential natural gas rate in Austin increases by 37.06%. From $24.58 per 1,000 cubic feet in August 2021 to $33.69 per 1,000 cubic feet in August 2022. Texas Gas Service is part of ONE Gas Incorporated and the third largest natural gas distribution company in the Lone Star State. It's a regulated public utility and serves nearly 750,000 customers in and around the Austin area. Water bills. Texas has much lower water costs than the U.S. average. The water bill differs a lot depending on the size of the house and its residents. One person would not pay the same water bill as a family of 4. For instance, the average water bill for a 1 to 2 bedroom apartment is $25.76, and 3 to 4 bedroom apartment is $53.61. The Austin Water provides water and wastewater services to the Austin community. Internet and cell phones. The cost of internet service in Austin depends on what plan and provider you go with. For example, AT&T fiber prices in Austin range from $50 per month to $90 per month. And AT&T is the fastest internet provider in Austin, with fiber internet speeds up to 5,000 megabits per second. You can really take advantage of all that speed too, since AT&T internet plans have no data caps. Some other providers include the Spectrum with up to 200 megabits per second at $44.99 per month. Optimum with up to 50 megabits per second at $29.99 per month. Shopping for a new cell phone plan in Austin is not tough. You can find one that has all the standard features and fits into your budget, no matter how big or small that is. Here are some of the cell phone providers in Austin. Teo, with unlimited minutes and text, and 1 GB data, is $10. U.S Mobile, with unlimited minutes and text, and 5 GB data, is $15. And Mint Mobile, with unlimited minutes, text, and 1 GB data, is $30. Transport. Drive friendly is one of the state mottos, and Austin is no exception. Getting to and from the airport and all around town is easy. Most major rental car and ride-hailing companies are available at Austin Bergstrom International Airport. And other standard transportation options include Austin's public Capital Metro bus system, which serves a population of more than 1 million in its 535 square mile service area. With a system of more than 1,600 bus stops and 82 routes. The Cap Metro app allows riders to buy passes and plan their trips. Day passes cost $2.50 for local bus service, including Metro Rapid, and $7 for commuter services, including Metro Express. You can visit capmetro.org to see the routes and fares. The Metro Rail is connecting Austin on a 32-mile line that stretches all the way from the city of Leander to downtown Austin, next to the convention center. And it serves 9 stations in between. The train operates 6 days a week, with service until around 7 a.m., Monday to Thursday, and until 1:30 a.m. on Friday, and 2:30 a.m. on Saturday. And day passes cost $7. Like any other city, taxis are easy and available to find anywhere in the city. Bike rentals from Austin Metrobike are available to use at more than 40 stations located throughout the city. It's also available in a number of bike shops that offer hourly and daily rentals, such as Barton Springs Bike Rentals. And scooters are available around town from companies such as Lime Bike and Bird. Groceries. The average grocery and food costs in Austin for one adult person is about $300 per month. And of course, considering that we are all different on our food spending. For instance, if you go out a lot to eat than you do at home, you will probably spend a lot more. So, this is what I would suggest you do if you want to spend less on food. There are many cheap grocery stores, like the B Grocery, MT Supermarket, that you could choose and shop your groceries, then cook most of your meals at home. Dining out and delivery. While meal prices in Austin can vary, based on your spending habits, the average meal cost for 2 people in mid-range restaurant, with 3-course, is about $68. The prices of food in a sit-down restaurants is often higher than fast food prices or street food prices. And if you order a McMeal at McDonald's for 1 person, is about $10. Coffee and drinks. Coffee is essential for most people, and thankfully it's usually easy to find. But the price of a coffee can vary widely depending on what you order. But the average price for a cup of coffee in Austin is about $2.52. Going out for drinks in Austin can get pricey, especially with all the amazing craft cocktail bars this city has to offer. You can pay as much as $12 for 1 cocktail drink and $7 for 1 beer. Health and personal care. If you're looking for a Texas health insurance plan, your main aim should be to know how much it costs to have health insurance. Well, the cost of any health insurance will be different based on certain factors including size of a family, household income, and your chosen policy. The average cost of health insurance for 1 person in Texas is $440 per month. As with many things, health insurance premiums and the cost of health insurance in general always change yearly. As a Texas resident, you have the right and option of buying short-term health insurance. But also, short-term health insurance plans will require you to take medical exams, and you can be denied coverage if you have pre-existing conditions. Short-term health insurance would also not cover essential health benefits, such as prescription drugs, maternity care, and mental health services. That being said, you should make sure that the short-term health insurance plan covers your healthcare needs before enrolling. For personal care, hair products like shampoo, conditioner, and other physical products you'd buy from the store would cost you about $73.40. The average cost of a haircut is $28 for men and $44 for women. And any other beauty products that you're currently using will be about the same price. Working out can be a great way for you to get and stay in shape. You can choose to work out at home or outdoors, which are relatively free. Or you can join a gym, which will cost you about $17 to $67 per month. Education. One of the largest colleges in the country, the University of Texas, is in Austin, and it's also one of the least expensive. In-state tuition of $9,798, and books and supplies cost around $750 per year. To lower expenses, the school can help you find scholarships, grants, work-study programs, exemptions, and waivers. Some other affordable colleges in Austin that you can attend include University of Phoenix in Austin, Huston-Tillotson University, and National American University. Entertainment. Austin offers a wide range of events, from music concerts, food festivals and sports competitions to museum displays, exhibits, and family fun. Most of them are relatively cheap. Insurance and tax. Insurance costs goes up and down, based on where you choose to live, how old you are, your overall driving history, and the type of car you drive. Every insurance company has a formula for setting rates, so you may get 2 rates from 2 companies for the same type of coverage. The average cost for car insurance in Austin is $99 a month for minimum coverage, and $154 a month for fuller coverage. If you want to get the lowest possible rate on car insurance, you need to shop around and get quotes from multiple insurance companies. Some of the cheapest car insurance companies in the city include Texas Farm Bureau, Germania Insurance, and State Farm. Texas is one of 7 states that do not collect a personal income tax. However, revenue lost to Texas by not having a personal income tax may be made up through other state-level taxes, such as the Texas sales tax, which ranges from 6.25% to 8.25%. Other expenses. Tracking your expenses is one of the key factors in making your budget work for you. If you do not know how much you have spent each month, you cannot tell when you have overspent. Even the small expenses can cause you to blow your budget. There are some few expenses, like cloth shopping, gifts, and household, that might be hard to account for. Some of those things are relatively priced the same regardless where you move to. So, look at what you currently spend on them to inform you. Here are some few ways to reduce expenses and save money in Austin. This is no-brainer, but cook most of your food at home. If you have a cable, and you don't watch most of your channels, you could consider swapping out for cheaper streaming services. And always check for sales and use coupons. That's all for this video, and all the links to everything I mention, you can find linked in the description box below. And thank you for watching. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you have any question about the cost of living in Austin, leave me a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you also want to know how much it costs to live in Toronto, click here.